Okay, so hello everyone. In the Midwest and also apparently in the West, or the Mountain West, Colorado, it's been very, 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 very windy. Um, and the wind obviously is the element of air. Um, and so there has been a lot stirred up, and a lot of it tends to get you in your mind. It tends to bring up those things that are kind of hiding in the grooves of your mind. It blows it to the surface. So if you've been feeling irritable about things, or if you've been feeling, or if your animals have been going wild or whatever, it's just kind of like things are really getting stirred up. So I thought it would be a really good day to ground in the meditation and work. And tomorrow, the new moon, and it's an eclipse, is in Scorpio. So I just want to read a tiny bit before we get started. First, from this book, The Moonology by Yasmin Boland. And just this short paragraph where she talks about this new moon eclipse. She said, if you're up for a bit of excitement and some change in your life, then this week is the one for you. New moon eclipses are when portals open up to another life, while a full moon eclipse tends to be more about climaxes and endings. A new moon eclipse is like a super powered chance to make some massive changes in your life. And so she goes on to say that it's taking place near the planet of, like, the moon and Venus are aligned so that they're influencing each other. And Venus is about abundance and love. And then soon, right after the new moon, Mercury is aligning with Mars. So she says, Mercury, the planet of communication, and Mars, the planet of action. This means you have the chance to influence your outcomes with some determined language. So get talking. So the cards that I drew are from this Earthcraft deck. And the first one that came out was the Spirit of the East, which makes a lot of sense, which represents the element of air with all the winds that we've been having. Just one sentence from there says, the Spirit of the East is connected to the element of air and initiates you to the energy of clarity, truth, and new beginnings, and the realm of ideas. So initiating us. So in order to be initiated to this, we had to get all that stuff stirred up. And the other card that came out is the Warrior Woman, which is about taking all of that energy that has been stirred up and bringing it into your heart, out of your head, which is the airy part of it, and grounding it into the heart. So let's get to work, shall we? So, and Maisie, my dog, is chewing on her bone. She does that frequently when we need to ground, when we need to set ourselves with the bones of the earth. So let's do that. Just get into a nice, comfortable position where your spine is erect. If you would rather lie down, you can, but just make sure your spine feels nice and free, and that you can feel the space around you, the air around you, and the calmness of the air in the room, as opposed to how it's been outside lately. So just breathing in that calmness, slowing down the element of air. You can hear Maisie chewing on the bone, perhaps, but also feel yourself touching the bones of the earth, the solid earth. So your feet, if they're on the ground, your sit bones where they're touching whatever you're seated on, backs of your legs, the sides of your legs, anything that's in contact with something solid. Just bring your attention to that for a moment while you breathe. And then drop your energy down to 3 feet below whatever's touching the ground, your feet or your sit bones, your Earth Star chakra, which tends to be the color of silver. Ruled by Archangel Sandalphon. He's like the Native American angel, the angel of peace and calm and earth. And connecting either a grounding cord or roots, maybe they're silver, maybe they're crystalline color, maybe they're gold, to the center of the earth. Let's make that nice and solid, whether it's a really strong root system like a tree or just a really strong grounding cord. Just go with whatever comes to you, connecting you to the crystalline center of the earth. That grounded, bright, yet see-through crystalline energy. And then we're going to allow that crystalline energy to come up into the structure that we're in, the house, the room, the floor, the walls, the windows, the furniture, the electronics, the utilities. So everything around you is grounded in this fifth dimensional crystalline energy. Fifth dimensional just meaning it is grounded in love. And remembering that connection with Venus and the moon. We'll get there in a moment, the love. And then we're going to bring that energy up into back through our Earth Star chakra, 3 feet below, up through your feet and or your sit bones. It can be like a triad, a tripod between your 2 feet and your sit bones, or you can just come directly up through your feet. And then bring that energy, let it come into the base chakra where you're seated, and then it becomes one. It comes from the tripod, and merges into one single solid column of crystalline light. Breathe that into your base chakra. We're spending more time grounding because of all the wind that's been happening around us. And then as you begin to feel that strong connection, crystalline center of the earth, your Earth Star chakra, your base chakra, just let that column of light come up and be grounded into your gut, your solar plexus, in your sacral area, just below that. Let's remember that as well. Into all your organs, reproductive organs, intestines, liver, stomach, kidneys, bladder. And then breathe it up into your heart, that crystalline, grounded energy. So you may feel your breath getting a little bit deeper as you bring it into the heart. then that crystalline energy is going to come up into, and let's let it ground in your throat chakra. And remembering the connection to Mercury and Mars that's coming with this new moon eclipse is going to strengthen our language manifestation powers. So let's offer that, bring that intention. And remembering also that we went to the heart first. So the throat chakra is connected to the heart. So the language of the heart fills up that throat chakra, fills up your words. Just allowing that connection to get a little more open. I'm seeing it as a column that's getting a little bit wider. The path is broadening between the heart and the voice, the heart and the throat. And then letting that grounded energy come up into the third eye, opening us to grounding us in our insights, in our intuition, and opening us. Remember, the wind blew out the space for clarity, for truth, for alignment. And we can ask so that we can hear our intuitive voice. In this new moon, which is bringing about changes, the wind has blown us up, spun us around, perhaps made us see where we need a little more changes. And the intuition now will tell us more about that. Just asking, Archangel Raphael is associated with the third eye. We'll ask him to deliver to our intuition the intuitive way to change. And then we're going to bring that crystalline, grounded energy up into our top chakra. The crown chakra is often associated with a 1,000-petaled lotus. And when a flower feels nice and grounded in its roots, it's able to open up, get taller, and open up even more. So let those petals open up to receive from the moon right above us, the new moon eclipse. To receive insights about areas that are being stirred, that were stirred up, that are looking for change. And to receive, and Scorpio is kind of an intense sign, new moon in Scorpio. It's a watery sign, so it's intense, it's emotions. So we're going to ask now for the crown chakra to open to the chakra that's just above your head. It's called the causal chakra, and it is a milky white. It is your personal moon, and it connects to the moon. So the divine feminine. And this is where the warrior woman comes in, receiving from the moon the spirit of the warrior woman, allowing the changes, the shift that this wind has brought about to shift us from our head to our heart, from anger to passion, from frustration to revitalization. So let the Scorpio new moon fill your personal moon right above your head. And then we'll allow that energy to travel back down through the third eye, the intuition, through the throat, the words, and back into the heart. So that we're nice and grounded in the bottom chakras and nice and open in the top chakras, open to the spirit of this warrior woman. So I'm just going to read a tiny bit about her. For this warrior heart, if you're a man and you don't want it to be associated with being a woman, it can be a warrior heart. So it says, warrior woman was not born into greatness. She worked hard, practiced, and constantly refined her skills to become the strong, celebrated fighter she is now. And she has the scars to prove it. On the battlefield, warriors fight until the end because they fight for what they believe in, their hearts burning bright with conviction. So your heart burning bright, bring in that conviction to step into whatever it is. The Moonology book talks about this is a time, this new moon can help you step into why you incarnated on earth at this point in time. So let's breathe that in. Let the warrior woman deliver that through your intuition. Why are you here in this point in time, in this body, in this incarnation? And how can you shift into fulfilling what you set out to fulfill when you incarnated in this body? Breathe that into your heart. And let that spread from your heart, that conviction, that passion, that warrior woman spirit into the nucleus, the heart of every cell in your body. And make the conviction, the new moon is tomorrow morning. It's Central Time. It's 7:48. Oh, no, it's 5:48. I'm sorry. Central Time. It's 5:48 in AM. So when you wake up tomorrow, have the conviction, let's say, that word keeps wanting to come out, that one keeps being given to me, to write and speak this language that is associated with your reason why you incarnated in this body, with your fifth dimensional love vibration. Passionate, but heart-centered. And make that conviction to speak from your heart, to deliver your intuitive, your insights through your voice from grounded in your heart. Remember that connection we made to the center of the earth up to the heart. And then we opened the heart to this energy of this new moon. So you set the template to speak your truth, to speak your purpose, to speak your insights as they come through. In the heart of every cell in your body, the nucleus in every cell in your body will support you. You've got the crystalline grounded energy in the space around you to support you, to ground you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes to the environment around you. Just have a few strong breaths, continuing to feel that grounded, open, passionate energy. So that you're affecting rather than being affected by your environment. We've been so affected by the wind. Now we've taken that in, we've let it shift us. Now we're affecting. So bring your palms together in that conviction. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. Namaste.